Welcome to Cooking Couture Atlanta, where cooking is sexy. I'm your host, unapologetically Ardra, super sassy Sinette. Let's make it happen. Hey, this is Ardra Sinette with Cooking Couture Atlanta. I got a little brunch situation going on this morning. I called Wayne, see what he was doing. He came through. Always could depend on him for some real conversations, some really good, oh my God, he will hurt your feelings type conversation. But I mean,
that's not my intent. That would never be my intent.
He says his intent is not to hurt your feelings, but I think it's the New York in him, it's the age, and then when is your birthday? What sign are you?
I'm Sagittarius.
Yeah,
the best.
It's just whatever. It's just fast, not too long ago.
Sweetest
I'm
people
sorry.
in the
Happy
world.
birthday. I missed your birthday.
That's okay.
But
come around again next year. Make up for it.
I can make up for it. I'm not speechless. He does not ever get me speechless, but he is a trip. So we get ready to have a little brunch going on. So let's eat. And
Okay.
we got yeah, we're gonna eat and drink. Always drink now. So he came with the really good champagne, and so we made mimosas. So we got mimosas. Let's toast again. This is why I like third mimosa, whatever. But so what we do? Let's refresh.
Please, thank you.
Yes.
So how's it going? Huh?
Everything is great and groovy. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you're here with me because we're gonna really get some good conversation going. We got some beef sausage. I asked him to bring some bacon. He went to the Spanish store on the corner.
I thought I was going to the one they have in the back. They got the little butcher back there to get the thick sliced bacon. So I said, Papa, you got some bacon? He said, bacon, come. And he took me around to the freezer, and the bacon package was in Spanish. So
She gonna say
tried.
that mean bacon in Spanish.
Bacon.
Oh my God, it's so funny. I couldn't believe
it's
it.
the truth.
But anyway, I got some baked
good.
chicken on here because I still wanted some baked chicken and mashed potatoes. So that's our brunch situation going. Now these cinnamon rolls, the icing has a little Grand Marnier in it. A little Hennessy, I'm sorry, if that's okay with you. We just got a little fruit, little eggs, croissants, some bacon and chicken and sausage. But mainly we got some good conversation. Because, I mean, go ahead, eat. You can eat.
Okay, great.
Or should I take a pause? Because I really want to hear you talk. I had to stop him from talking in the kitchen because I wanted to wait until I could turn the camera on. Because Wayne be saying some stuff, but you know what? It's a lot of truth to it, though. You know what I mean? And I value his opinion because he really is, and boy, he stand on what he believe in.
Because it's the truth. And it'll set you free.
Everything that you say is not the truth.
I mean,
but,
like 90 in the high 90 percentile, it is. And it's not just my truth. Some truths cover all boundaries and all people. So
anyway, I believe that an exchange of ideas, concepts, I think it does nothing but serve to grow us. And when I first met you, I was a firm advocate of dishwater. I still don't have a problem with dishwater. Wayne has a problem with dishwater.
No, you're not supposed
and
to.
He thinks that you're not supposed to run water and put dishes in it. He thinks it's disgusting.
Yeah,
he doesn't think that dishes should have a bath. He thinks they should take a shower.
You got the dirty.
He thinks dishes should take a shower.
And it's dirt.
My only point is when we exchange ideas and concepts and things, we grow. And if I allow it to take, I might not have changed immediately. I think I did because he just went on and on about how disgusting it was. I still do like to soak dishes sometimes, but for the most part, I might have a little water in there, but I kind of just wash them and just get it over with. And I always think about how he just acted like it was the most disgusting thing.
Yeah, you're soaking a plate.
Anyway, all I'm saying is when we share with each other, we serve to enrich each other. We serve to elevate and enhance, and that's what I'm really about. And that's what I want. And we got to be open to other ideas and concepts and things, because I wasn't raised in New York. I was raised in St. Louis. You know what I mean? And we was talking about that, about how, and so there's no way that you can tell me that I can't learn anything from somebody that lived in New York. There's some stuff that went on in New York that growing up and that you learned that I didn't get, that I can get from you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If we open ourselves up and allow the exchange of ideas and concepts, if we can open our minds, I want to enrich, elevate, and enhance you. But if you don't want it for yourself, nothing that I do can help it. We gotta want better. We gotta want to grow. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that sometimes what we do is we expect from other people what our ideas are. So now, that could be everything that you want. You got to meet the person, the guy, the man that wants the same thing.
Right. That's why I like you. That's why I fuck with you. Because people always ask me, I can't believe you single. And what are you looking for? That's the big thing. People love to say, what are you looking for? I said, well, I'm looking for somebody that sees the world the way I do and willing to walk through it with me. And they never get that. That's like... And everybody's like, what does that mean? Like, right. Exactly what do you want?
Well,
they want me to say, well, what I want is somebody 6 feet tall, right, with a 9-inch dick and make this much money. And no, because see, all of that'll come if I can get some, we got to get here first. We got to.
Even if we get there, if his dick ain't 9 inches, that ain't going to change.
You know, you're so silly. Listen to what I'm saying, though, for real.
No, you
like even
right.
on that, if it depends on what you want. See, for me, if I say that it's energy, if I say that I want somebody that stimulates me mentally and physically, not just physically, I need spiritual and mental enhancement, enrichment. I want somebody that can take me to another level. When you said in there, I got a good idea for you, I laughed to myself thinking, you probably really do. What is it? You know what I mean? Right. Because you have good ideas, right, because you're a thinker. Right. I need someone that, I want so much more than 9 inches, right? Yeah, so because if I get that, we can compensate for the 9 inches. Mm-hmm. We can work on that. But if we here, you see what I'm saying? If we can get there mentally and we really want the same things and we can build together, maybe
the key that what you just said with everything with that was the same things. I think that, and I don't speak for mankind, I'm speaking for me. Mm-hmm. And my experiences that I think is vast. You know, I'm just speaking for myself. I see myself as a man. And men are different. You as a man too. Men are different. You know, men are different, and those things that make us different has a whole bunch of different reasons. You know, it could be age, it could be financial status, it could be education, it could be the region that you're from. So, if those are your expectations, you just never know what kind of man you're encountering because we all are so different. And the key is, we want the same things. I think it's very easy to meet people. I think it's very mm-hmm. hard to meet people that want the same things that you want.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And, you know, I think in relationships...
So you think men want the same thing?
There's plenty of men that want the same thing. You know, men, you know, for whatever reason, we get this label like we don't want anything that
women
have a deeper value or emotional status to it. I don't know why.
Well... You guys do have that rap, but I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe that. I don't say that, and the women that I'm around don't say that because I have been blessed and very fortunate to meet some really good men.
But you know, and that's the whole key. You know,
I've met some really good men.
If you haven't met good men
mm-hmm. and been around them,
you know.
And like I love to. I mean, it's not that I'm bragging though, but not only have I met some really good men. They have taken good care of me. They have been very kind to me. You know what I mean? I'm just not a bitter black woman. Everybody's like, I hate when men say to me, before I can even say anything, I know you're upset from your last relationship. No, actually I'm not. Right. I mean, but I'm not harboring and carrying over a whole bunch of bad baggage. I'm not tripping.
Do I think that, you know, that be along the lines of saying all women are this or all men are that? Yes. So you got to take the individual that you're involved with now. But
I think it's hard. I think it's so. But and a lot of times a lot of men always think that women are the same is because they keep picking the same woman. And you could keep picking the same.
Because we like what we like.
Well,
until we don't like it no more. And so if you're a guy who has these superficial likes and desires.
Yes.
Well, first of all,
care
if you
about
are
a big booty.
Well, this is that city.
Well,
where it's
that's like saying, but you ain't got 9 inches, I ain't fucking with you.
This is the land of the pretentious. You know, when I say that, hear me out. It's sad almost that I see it so much in the older people up here. It's so especially with the women, with all the what they consider to be the glitz and glamour to fit in.
What you mean?
You know, the status stuff, the cars. I gotta be in a certain neighborhood. I gotta have a certain look. The makeup, the hair, the weaves. That, you know, don't get me wrong. I think that women should look glamorous at all times. But when that now becomes the personality, part of your personality,
right? Right. When you don't know how to separate it, right? It's supposed to be an accent. It's supposed to be an accessory. It ain't supposed to be the substance.
Exactly.
It ain't supposed to be it, right? I think the biggest problem is lack of communication. We don't communicate.
What do you mean by?
We don't talk about what we want, and we don't say what we really want and don't want, because especially now in this social media, politically correct society,
we don't say what we don't want. We don't say what we want because of what?
We're afraid that people are going to gonna comment and judge you on what you want. I don't think
that's what it is.
You don't think? I don't think men talk enough about what they want. I think if men set standards, and if a man said, I'm not gonna mess with no woman, I don't care how cute she is, how small her waist is, how big her butt is, if she don't cook and clean her house.
Why would a man say that?
Well, if that's what they want, if they want women to be a certain way,
no,
or
not he might want somebody to cook, but he also wants her to be all those other things. So,
but you can be, and that's what I'm a big advocate of. You can cook, clean, and be sexy, and be cute, and dress, and be fashionable.
Who says that's what women were created to be?
Really? I think women were created to be nurturers. That's why.
No, I just said a total package of a person. How many of us walking around here are a total package? We all have elements that we're missing. You know, so no.
It's okay to have a missing, but we're supposed to be striving towards this. We're supposed to be working towards being better beings.
What does a PhD or a master's have to do with what a woman should want from a man?
Well, I'm talking about what we were talking about earlier. So what do you think?
That's what she wanted for herself. Those are goals that she strived for.
I agree.
So there's no different.
So what does so you tell me, what does a man want from a woman?
As a man of a certain age, I'm including myself. I'm 57. I'm 57. December 15th, 1963.
Wow.
So.
Wow, I didn't know you was
I think I saw something fall out when you said, I'm 57 years old. Come on, stop.
Wow, you almost 60.
Call me Mr. Wayne.
Oh, no wonder they call you Mr. Wayne. Wow.
No, but seriously.
Wow.
I think that people's wants and needs.
How does it feel?
How does it feel? That's a blessing. You get there. I mean, you get to say, sir, I feel great. If you're asking me personally, I feel great. No, thank God.
Do you think you peaked?
Peaked?
Do you think that you've seen your best days already?
I peaked recently. Yes, I did.
Really?
There's just different levels that life take us on. So yeah, you might peak out on certain things, and the people that accept that they peaked on certain things know how to roll. But as a person, nah, I haven't peaked.
I think I'm better.
I'm flexible, Well,
so I think I look better. I'm better than I ever was in life right now. So I haven't reached my peak yet.
I mean, the funny thing about that is, I know people my age, and that life might have took them a different road. I look at myself when I get up in the morning and go, all right, son, you still doing it? You all right out here in these streets. But no, I haven't peaked on so many different levels.
That dude thought you were in the crib.
No, he said a high ranking blood. You remember he said that?
I'm sorry.
He's a high ranking blood.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Right. And then another one of my friends thought you owned a computer company.
Man, I'm all over the place.
Oh my God. Okay,
I'm both ends of the spectrum.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
He's a high-ranking blood that owns a computer company.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. That is hilarious. Okay. Tell me, I want to know what you think, or what do you want from women? What do you think men want from women?
Well, there's two different things. You asking me what I want or what men want?
Both.
I try to...
And there's no parallel. You don't think that what you want is what men... Because why did you start telling us you were 57? Like,
to show that men want different things at different stages in their lives.
Okay.
Different...
And I can respect that. That's cool. So men over 50, what do you think they want?
We got men over 50 that... Watch this parallel, because it's the truth. I was getting ready to say it earlier. So, with women of a certain age, you have right now.
So, what is a certain age? What does that mean?
Well, for me, 45 plus.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because I'm just not dealing with anything other.
Oh, okay.
And I think at that age, it should be easy for me to find women where I'm on a common plane with.
Okay, when you say common plane, what do you mean?
What their life aspirations are, understanding certain things, financial things, life experiences. I think by that age, we should have hit on and done a couple things. For a woman that I think that I would be interested in and compatible with. Right. But you also have a sector of women that's in that age group that, hear me out.
All right, I'm listening.
Have been in long-term relationships or marriages that produce children. Some of those relationships last, some of them didn't, and they were now the primary guardian. They raised children that just now, are going out into the world because their responsibility became something else.
Right.
And now, you meet a man like me that's in the same age plane as them. I'm thinking that we have similar life experiences, and we don't. Because there's a whole bunch of years where I led a single person's life and got different experiences than somebody that was married or in a long-term relationship, was the focal point of this household after a dude left and they just dedicated their life to raising children, that now they come out into the world. We're not in the same plane. We're not out here. So when they meet each other, they're not ready for each other. And there's nothing wrong with him.
Give me some examples.
There's nothing wrong with him.
So a woman that, because I'm feeling like I understand what you're saying. I'm feeling like I was in that position. Like when I first, I guess, became single, I felt like I was ready to be in a relationship. And I wanted a relationship, and I did want a relationship. But 5-6 years later, it's completely different for me. So anyway, I wanted it. I don't know if I was ready for what I thought I wanted.
That's another fundamental difference between men and women.
Uh-huh.
Women lock themselves into these boxes that they try to make happen emotionally as far as relationships is concerned. Men don't do that.
What do you mean?
Like, you said that you thought that you wanted a relationship, that this was something that you thought was going to happen to you and that you was ready for.
Well, I think,
men just don't think like that. We don't think like that.
But men should, though.
No, they shouldn't.
Yes, they should.
Let me explain to you what I...
Okay.
Let me explain to you.
Okay.
So, a lot of men, most men, myself included, we freelance a feeling or a relationship until it defines itself. Women go in there with a preconceived notion of this is what I want from this man, and when it happens, the stars and the moon will align and the heavens will. Men don't do that.
No, I ain't talking about that, but I know you right.
But men
do that.
If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you, and then now let it build itself based on our interactions and our time around each other. Women don't do that. Women are attracted to you, and then they want you to fit that fucking box that they already have for their perfect man.
Yeah.
And it takes her, different women, it takes different times to realize, damn, I was attracted to him, but he don't fit this fucking box that I want my man to fit in. And for women, they give themselves 2-3 years for that box to get filled by that man. And when it doesn't happen, now this is a failed relationship to her. He didn't meet her goals. First of all, why is it taking 2 and 3 years?
Right.
And
right.
Secondly,
I agree with you on that. It does not take that
long.
No,
he's who he was. He just didn't meet this box that you need filled. Men fill their boxes as she show herself. So I'm already attracted to you. And then we start spending time around each other and you're like, yo, I like that about her too. Or I like that about her too. Because you've revealed these things to him. Mm-hmm. Women already got these things that they like in a dude. And then now they like, yo, man, I need this from him. I need this from him. Come on, dude, give me this thing that I need from you. And it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Then when 2-3 years, she realized he hasn't revealed these things. He ain't right. He ain't shit. He ain't the dude for me.
Yeah, you know that 2 or 3 years ain't
2 or 3 years ain't coming back again when you 40, 45.
Yeah, I don't care if you 30. I don't
no,
think
when 30 it comes back around.
No. Well,
you get to play.
You don't get to.
You get to
play at 40.
You
almost 70.
You can't play
so
at 40.
Listen, at 40 you still got 30 good more years.
And so imagine if I got that shit right at 40.
Well, then you would have just been
No, you'd be balling.
But we talking about relationships. We're not talking about finances.
No, both. See that's the problem. Why are you not talking about finances if you're talking about a relationship?
No, because we're talking. That's what we were talking about is relationships.
But see, now I'm talking about bowling because now if you've gotten with that person that you want to be with, if y'all together on that financial plane also, y'all need to be bowling.
Oh yeah, but we wasn't talking about. Yeah, I guess if you already put up. I mean, you talking about once we get together. That's one thing. When I said that I thought I was ready, but I wasn't ready. Okay. I was ready then and I'm ready now. Now I am willing to be more vulnerable than I was before.
What does that mean?
I'm going to open up and be comfortable being me. And I wasn't always that, I wasn't comfortable talking about what I wanted sexually. But I would get in a relationship or something with someone and know that I want a certain thing, but didn't feel comfortable in telling them, and then be disappointed that they didn't do.
That's not cool.
I understand that.
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying now I've changed.
Okay, yeah.
But see now,
so you do realize. So now, some of those relationships, well, all of them. For various reasons, and I always say this: unless you're divorced or a widower, all of our relationships have failed. Think about it.
I don't look at it as a failure at all. So, but I mean, I guess I could understand what you're saying. But it didn't fail.
You get certain things out of even failure.
No, but I got a lot of other relationships. They weren't supposed to. I don't see how you can say it's fail. I don't think that they failed. I think they became what they were supposed to be. For me, I don't feel like any of my relationships were failures.
So, when we get to a certain point,
the only one that would be a failure would be my actual marriage. But
when we get to a certain point, we believe that these people that we meet and that we enter into these relationships with is going to come to the end. We don't say, okay, I'm gonna meet this dude. And I'm gonna deal with him for 6 months, and then I'm gonna cut it off. When we serious about somebody, we see
But see, I didn't. No,
you see
I
no
don't,
end.
I don't.
If you already predict an end to a relationship that you get into, it's going to end.
Yeah,
because
but
you're going to make sure that
I don't think that it. I don't know. I don't agree with that because I want every day to be what it is, and let us. All right, I can go get the other bottle.
No, we're not finished with this yet.
I don't know. Look like
you
got finishing
me.
it off.
You got me.
It looked like you. It looked like it's over.
New bottle.
The crap. Yeah, need a new bottle.
New bottle conversation.
Right, we do need a new bottle conversation.
Really, for real, Audrey, it's like I'm so disappointed in the women that I meet in my age group. Okay. First of all, I'm not attracted to younger women. Have never been.
That's not true.
When I say younger, I'm talking about
younger. Like how much younger? What's younger?
I'm not going lower than 45.
Okay. So now
I'm not
at 57.
57. Hit that.
I mean, I don't need to do all that because I never would have thought. I did seriously. 57. So 50, okay, so the 57. Yeah. And
57 in world
and 45, so that's 12 years. That's a lot of years.
That's not a lot of years.
Okay.
Women age differently than men.
That's true.
So when they and I've always heard, women mature more faster than men. I've never subscribed. I never believed in that.
Oh, whatever. You can't me.
I think when they said, whoever originally said that, they meant like maybe physically, like a woman's menstrual cycle might happen before men.
I think women on the whole are the expectations are different. We have to grow up faster than men, and we're forced to be more mature. We're forced to be more responsible. We're forced to be more responsible.
When I say it's funny that you're saying that, it's not because I disagree with you. I agree with you 100%. But you know what's so funny? That women feel like they're supposed to be so much more mature, and this pressure is put on them to be at an earlier age. Mm-hmm. And you know what women do with their male sons? Baby them forever. Forever.
Sure do. It's ridiculous.
And you wonder why we don't have this certain caliber and level of young men that's out there. Because unless you get a good shake, if you're a younger dude that's
right,
a little mixed up in the game, there's not these light bulbs that go off. Most of the younger dudes, when I say younger, I mean in their mid to late 20s. At that point, if you pretty much got a game plan, and that includes some playtime. But if you know what you want and what you kind of got an idea things should be, you're gonna be good. If you at that age peak and mommy still taking care of you and you ain't doing for self, and you stunting your growth of what it's going to be when you get with a woman that's 30, 35, you 28, 29.
Well, I definitely think a lot of women really hurt and hinder these men and sons. But even men, I think not having the proper expectations of men. But we were talking about what you expect and how you've been so disappointed. Because I was very interested in hearing why you've been so disappointed in women your age. So you said 45 and older, you disappointed in. I think too many people out here trying to merge with somebody and they not even whole themselves.
I think that we all come with holes. So yeah,
I said whole.
I'm whole. Right.
I mean, I can always get better and improve, but there's a certain level of maturity, as you would say, or development or evolution. Like I need to be at a certain place before I can get what I think I expect. Like if I want a man that's all together, I need to get my shit together.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, so how does that become your expectation if you can't even meet it? And but see, women say that's what they find in men. Men say that's what they find in women. Women talk a very good game. A very good game. They have this list, and the list that they have, they very well might not, like, I'm going to go down the list. You know, I have a college degree. I have employed.
Okay, but this list of them, of who they are or what they want.
No, this is who they are.
Okay.
This is the list of who they are. They have a college degree. Mm-hmm. They have stable employment. That employment has a certain income level attached with it. And now, as a bare minimum, those same things they expect from a mate, that they look for from a mate. And the numbers just say that they're gonna have a difficult time finding somebody to meet them on that level right there. We haven't even gotten to anything emotionally. So if this becomes, because we tend not to talk about our emotional needs as the top of the list on a relationship list. Very seldom do you hear people say, I need love. And to be damned with the rest. I don't care how much he or she makes. I don't care what their educational status is. If I know that the basis of this relationship is going to be founded in emotion, and that emotion I need is love, people don't talk like that. Nigga got to be making as much as I make. He got to have the same degree that I got to have. She got to this. That's the way we approach relationships, and that's why they fail. Because it's always going to come down to something emotional. What does this person give me emotionally? Because you're going to have downtime.
I need some energy. It's a certain...
Bring me up. Bring me up. So we don't talk about that as the forefront of a relationship. And I'm divorced, so I consider that a failed relationship. Officially, paperwork, notarized. Boom, you want a date, nigga? Paperwork in the safe. Might need this one day. 36, 22. Yeah, so
because you divorced, you think it was a failed relationship?
Nah, me and my ex-wife are to this day the best of friends. I was separated when we decided to go Splitsville. I moved south. I moved from Brooklyn to Charlotte, and she stayed in New York. We were separated. She lived in New York. I lived in Charlotte for 10 years before we got divorced. And I initially thought I was fine with that. And then I realized there was something wrong with it. And I think that's the first time that her and I ever had a conversation about divorce. Where initially, not a mistake that a lot of people make in failed marriages, I think they rush to get divorced.
I agree. I
think
so too.
It's so much, whatever the reason for this divorce is fresh. There's hurt, pain on somebody's side, and I'm going to get that.
10 years is a long time, but...
Yeah, well, 10 years worked because of the distance. I think people rush to get divorced while they're hurt and anger and mismanagement on both parts of the relationship that led to divorce. That's what divorce is. Mismanagement on both parts.
Look at you.
And it doesn't have to be equal
parts. I still
parts.
can't believe 57.
December 15th, 1963. Yeah, so when you can agree that you played a very vital and important role in the breakup of your relationship, it's so easy to get past them. Women linger in bad relationships for years because they lied to themselves that it was that nigga's fault. Well, he's moved on. He said, yeah, I shouldn't have did that shit to Shorty.
Yeah, I should have said that.
That's him accepting.
I should have did that shit to Shorty.
And that's him accepting his blame.
Let me go on, and then you give somebody else and treat them
the
better.
Next night,
and
the same night. The same night.
God.
Because he's accepted it and moved past it.
Oh my God.
And she'll sit there.
Y'all heard that. You better accept it and move past it.
No,
I'm
keep
with
lingering
the
in
move past
that.
it.
Yeah.
No, do not linger.
That's
let
what
it go.
women do. And
Smoke a cigarette,
so they
deuces.
think women have stages of how a failed relationship should work for them before they move on to the next relationship.
Do you believe that women should get closure? Do you believe in all that closure? Do you think
Closure
that people
is the nigga saying he don't want to fuck with you no more? Or you admitting that to yourself, that's how relationships end.
So you don't ever need closure from a woman?
My closure is I don't mess with you no more. Whether you saying we don't mess with each other no more, or me saying it. That's closure. I don't need you to explain to me why you not fucking with me no more. Now I feel like you digging it in.
You know what? And I'm going to tell you why in my evolution, like I've evolved over the last 3 years. I haven't seen you in 3 years. I think at one time I might have been a subscriber to kind of want closure, want to understand. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, I feel the way that you do now. I'm like, oh, it didn't work.
No, but
I don't get with the closure. Like, I don't necessarily need you to
even
tell
a little
me.
bit more than that is, how don't you know what the reason is that y'all not messing with each other? Why do you need to hear it?
Right.
How don't you know?
Right.
Were you not in this relationship? You know why I don't fucking know. Why you need me to tell you this? So you know why I'm gonna tell you why women need men to tell them this, so I could let him in the bad guy. We're not fucking with each other no more because, he says it to her, and she's thinking in her mind, damn, this is the way he felt about me after all this good stuff I did for him during the course of this relationship. Yeah. They got to make him in fucked up so they don't have to accept their blame and their portion of this jointly failed relationship.
That has a little truth to it.
I live by it. I live by the man's cup of tea.
I gotta find a man that to work with.
But I'm just saying.
But I didn't want to be sarcastic. I didn't want to be emasculating, and I didn't know that certain comments were. I didn't want that.
So, if would you just learn that just now that you didn't want that, or you knew while you was in that relationship? And then
I didn't know that the actions I was doing was that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my first husband. I was young, but I didn't know that.
And that's different.
I had to start. I learned.
Young, dumb comes with young. On men and women.
That's true. And he was a lot older than me, but
life is the greatest
what I'm saying is, I'm glad somebody told me. I can understand sometimes why people might want closure. That's if they want to be better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you gotta also know.
I want to be able to check myself. I can't check myself if you don't tell me.
Women kill me with the, I'm a piece of work. He better be ready for this. He better be ready for that. That means that you're rigid. You're not.
No, that's not true.
Why would somebody? I'm not talking about you personal. Once you say that I am these things that are not that.
I know, and I love it. I am
your personality.
I don't want to change. I love me.
When I say your personality, at your core, you're a certain way. But we all have these things that we can change. So when you walk around as a woman with the badge of, listen, I'm this, I'm that, change that.
I'm with you.
You don't have to be.
I'm with what you're saying.
You have to be the core of your personality, but you ain't got to be nasty.
No.
Rude.
Right. That's never accepted.
Thank you. Now, let's make it happen.